What sets this violin apart is its distinctive sound. The violins made by Stefan-Peter Greiner, based in Bonn, have been described as latter-day Stradivari's.
Also die erste Geige habe ich mit 14 Jahren gebaut.
I was 14 when I made my first violin, and obviously it was far from perfect. But from a distance it looked more or less like a violin, although needless to say it didn't really sound how I thought it would, based on the concerts and recordings I'd heard. That was basically the Stradivarius sound, because at the time the received wisdom was that a modern violin could never sound as good as an old one. People thought the secret of the Stradivarius sound was its age.
Greiner took a methodical approach to cracking the Stradivarius code. Together with physicist Heinrich Dünnwald, he set about researching the physics of violins.
Over the years, we studied a great many Italian violins and noticed that they have very distinctive sound properties, from Stradivari to Guarneri and so on. So we did some experimenting to see how mechanical alterations to the body affected the sound spectrum. The third step was to apply our findings to the building of a brand new instrument and to tune it in a way that gave it the same properties as an old violin.
Violin making requires a wealth of technical expertise, but equally decisive is the skill and style of the creator. This is what defines the ultimate sound and feel of a violin. Getting there is a painstaking process.
A violin consists of many different parts which all combine to create the overall sound. These include the bridge, the curvature from the base to the top, the contours and strength of the wood on either side, and of course the materials used, the varnish, the pin, the weight of the head, the size of the F-hole. The list goes on, and everything contributes to the sound. It would be impossible to isolate one factor and say, this alone is the determining factor.
The waiting time for a Greiner is 4 to 5 years. Each one costs around 35,000 euros, a deal compared to the millions people shell out for a Stradivarius. Virtuoso violinist Christian Tetzlapp lives in Hessen. He's a Greiner devotee.
Someone showed me one of these violins, and I realized immediately that Greiner was someone looking for a particular sound. And I went to visit him in Bonn. I'd never played violins before that pleased me as much as Greiner's, and I could easily imagine that playing Mozart or Bach on one of these violins would be most enjoyable.
Tetzlapp has already commissioned his second violin from Greiner. Greiner violins are a modern classic. They're set to become even better known, and so is their creator, Stefan-Peter Greiner.